Morning, good day, wherever you are, whatever you have going on. I was getting ready to do this video, making a cup of coffee, and I said, I'm just going to go for a walk, put my coffee on, and when I get back, I'll have a nice sip of coffee and sit on the porch. But I wanted to do a video. Hopefully you can hear me. I wanted to do a video because I did a visualization exercise that completely just altered me. And I felt compelled to share it because it was so impactful. And matter of fact, I did it right before I went to sleep. It's the morning time now. I did it right before I went to sleep. And in the visualization, I had absolute tears. So much so that I didn't cry profusely, or I didn't completely become emotional in this physical realm. But on a soul level, I cried. And I wanted to share it with you because I feel like it's a powerful visualization practice. I also wanted to do a walk because I wanted you to see just how everything is in our neighborhood. We had a huge storm come through, 95 an hour, 95 miles per hour wind, completely destroyed neighborhoods. My house, the foundation completely just buckled. Good morning. Hi. Hey, puppy. And so, like I said, you have to be in a place where no matter what it looks like, what it feels like, what's going on, you have to be comfortable with knowing, the knowingness that everything is going to work out for your good. I'm going to keep going. I need a house. It's for sale. It's right around the corner from my parents. But I'm going to show you this tree because I want you to understand how strong this wind was. And then I'm going to get into the visualization practice because I want you to understand who's talking to you, which is me talking to you. No matter what you're going through, no matter how strong the storms are, no matter how much it can destroy, how much it disturbs, you got to get in a place where your alignment is so on point. He went back to mowing. Look at this tree, y'all. And there's several trees in the neighborhood just like this one. It's a huge tree. You see those roots? It couldn't sustain the tree. So many trees down. Anyway, I've been doing this walk since I was a kid. My parents have lived in this neighborhood for forever. And it's just crazy how many trees have come down. Anywho, let's get to the visualization. So I was listening to Elmer O. Locker Jr. If you haven't heard of him, if you've never watched his channel, definitely go ahead. I started watching him when he was maybe at 3,000 subscribers. He's now at 350, almost 400,000 subscribers because he's sharing techniques of Neville Goddard. And like I said, I've been watching him for forever, and I'm sure I've heard of this technique before. I'm pretty sure I did the technique before, but never in a way that got so deep into my psyche that it impacted me in the way that it did in that way. So let's get into it, right? So Elmer is outside talking, and he talks about his grandfather's connection to Neville Goddard. And this particular one, he says his grandfather put a number on it, but don't put a number on it because it's not about the number. It's really about what frequency are you in, and it's really about what state of being are you in while you're doing this. So don't have a limited belief by placing a number on anything. What you want to do is get into the frequency and the energy state that you need to accomplish every single thing that you need, including the number that you desire, but don't be attached to the number, right? Because the number is really not important. As long as you're in the state of being that attracts, just hold on a second. If you can be in this state of being that attracts your greatest good, that means everything that you came here to accomplish will be done. And so one of the biggest connections that I have in this life was my grandfather. My grandfather has now, passed on or transcended. And one of the last things my grandfather said to me was, wherever you go, just remember me in your heart. Take me with you. And I have always been comforted by that. So anyway, Elmer goes into the visualization practice of Neville Goddard. And one of his books says, you have to imagine yourself on a yacht or on a cruise ship. And you're on this cruise ship or yacht and you're sitting down and you're just relaxing and you're in a calm state. And you imagine two of your closest friends or two of your closest family members. And you imagine those family members coming up to you and congratulating you, and they're celebratory about where they're at. But it's not you telling them to celebrate. They're telling you to celebrate, right? And it's because you have to be in the element of all the things that you needed to do to get to where you wanted to go, to have what you wanted to see, and to be in the frequency that you needed to see. You needed to be in a place where you're comfortable, and you need to be in a place where you have no resistance. And no resistance usually comes where you can see friends or family members. You can see, I got so many people out here walking this morning. You can see your friends or your family members, and your guard comes down because you want to celebrate with people you love. You want to connect with people you love. You want to have that intensity of what your visualization is, because if the people you love are there, you're not going to reject it. You're going to want to say, yes, come, welcome. So as I'm visualizing myself sitting on this decking with a pool nearby, I visualize my son and my partner walking up to me, and both of them are like, wow, isn't this amazing? Isn't this beautiful? Isn't this wonderful? And I'm thinking, yes. And then Elmer goes on to say, they congratulate you. Accept their congratulations. So I visualize myself accepting my loved ones' congratulations and their hugs and their well wishes and their excitement. I'm visualizing it. Good morning. How are you? Oh, you carrying one too. Well, isn't that special? Yeah. That's a good way to start a day, being carried, huh?
Yeah.
That's all right. She's got you. That's all right. So, anywho, I'm visualizing the family members coming up to me and, oh, this is wonderful. This is beautiful. This is exciting. This is great. And everybody's out this morning. So anyway, I get into it. And so he says, expand that energy. Expand that energy, because it's not just them congratulating you. It's also them being able to share in the gifts of all that you visualize. They're sharing in the gifts of the hard work, because you obviously just didn't do it for you. You did it for your connections. You did it for those around you. You're wanting to impart something. So get into it. So, I'm like, this is a nice visualization. La, 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 la. But while he was speaking, he goes into talking about more about his grandfather. And my grandfather comes into this visualization practice, and I'm getting hugs from all these people, my mother, my father, my siblings, my son, my man. All these people are congratulating. And then I turn to hug my grandfather, and I broke down like a baby in his arms. Because my grandfather, I'm my grandfather's daughter. I was his baby first out of everybody. My mama, my daddy, my grandmama. I was my grandfather's daughter first. So when I got into my grandfather's arms, I felt like all the weight of the world, all the pressures of my visualizations that I had done before, all the practice of my mindset, getting in alignment, all the practice of turning negative affirmations into positive affirmations, all the work that I had done. And I'm not talking about just physical work, mental health work, spiritual work, physical work, community work, all the work, the culmination of it, all the work over all these years When I gave my grandfather a hug, I just felt free in it. And in the visualization, I cried, I wept. I completely wept. I sobbed in my visualization, not because I was sad for him not being there. I know he's always with me. But I wept because it was well worth it for that moment. Even though he's not here, for that moment, even though he's not with me physically, he wrapped me in his arms and he said, well done. You did a good job. You didn't give up. I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it. I knew we were going to go somewhere. I knew we were going to do great things. I knew it. And you did it. I believed in you. You did it. It's okay to cry. It's okay. It's okay for the hard days. Now you see it was worth it. This is what my grandfather was saying to me in my visualization. And I'm just weeping. Like, weeping. Weeping so hard in the visualization. I just felt not crying, but just tears. Tears just kind of streaming. And I let out a deep breath. And I opened my eyes back up. And I realized where I was at. And I realized again the circumstance. And then it was like, no, cut that out right now. Instantly. It said, stop that right now. No matter the circumstance, no matter how hard it looks, no matter how hard you got to try, no matter what you got to do, keep doing it. Yeah, it's hard. So what? Okay. Yeah, you got to put in effort and energy. Yeah, you want to go be hanging out with your family. Yeah, you want to go with your friends. Yeah, you want to go on another vacation. Yeah, you sure do. But guess what? It stops right now. We're tuned in. We're tapped on. We're in alignment. We are activated. We are acknowledging every part of ourselves that has resistance, and we're breaking off the resistance. We're removing the blockages. And if you're not going to remove the blockage, you better figure out a different way around it. Stop it right now. Tap in right now. That's what I got. Tap in right now. Yep. Sometimes you want to quit. So what? You ain't quitting. So move on. Let that go. That's not even a thought you can entertain. So what? You want to quit? Who cares? You can't. Why? Because you're trying to get to that place where it's well done. Good job. You gave it everything you had. Look what it turned into. You didn't quit. You didn't turn around. You came so far and didn't turn around. Look at you. You broke through. You broke through. Look at it. You activated multiple realms. Look at you. Go. Tap in. Look at you. As above, so below. You tapped in. There you go. There you go. That's it right there. Bam. That's it right there. Don't you turn around. Don't you look back. You'll turn into a bitter old lady. Don't you turn back. Don't you look backwards. There's nothing back there for you. Keep forward. Keep focused. Stay in alignment. That's the messages I kept getting. And so I went to sleep. I had a very vivid dream. Very, very, very vivid dream. And I'm not going to go into the dream, but I am going to go into, hey, birds. But I am going to get into this part. There are parts of you that have to die. There are parts of you that have to die because guess what? You are carrying old stagnant energy, old stagnant mindsets, old stagnant behaviors, not just yours, but what you've seen around you, what you thought worked for other people, you thought it was going to work for you. No, that's not for you. This is your time. This is your season. Sometimes, yes, you're going to start out on a path that was already cut, but then you may have to deviate because you have to make your own lane. You're going to have to get out of your own way. You're going to have to kill off those parts of you. You don't have to sacrifice. You don't have to sacrifice anything but the old you. You walk into this thing with a new mind. You walk into this thing with none of your baggage, none of your old experiences. You walk into this thing empowered. You walk into this thing with new enlightenment. You walk into this thing with a childlike mind. You have an innocence to learn. You have an innocence to seek new knowledge. You have an innocence to discover. You have an innocence. That's how you walk into your next level, with innocence, not with humped up shoulders, tore up neck, posture all bad. You can't walk into your next level like this. You walk into your next level upright, head up. You're looking and you're seeking and you're ready. You're ready for the new experience. You're ready for the activation. You're ready for your power. You're ready. That's how you walk into the next level. You don't walk into your next level thinking, oh, that house foundation sure was tore up. How can you appreciate a new thing if you always complaining about an old thing? Let that thing go. Let that thing go. How do you appreciate newness when you are still dampered down by oldness? You know, that's how you get mold. That's how you get decay. That's how you get lack. That's how you get distractions and stuff like that. You don't want that. You want to walk in. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm encouraged. Oh, I'm pumped up. I'm empowered. I got influence. I got impact. Yes, this is my day. This is my season. This is my moment. I'm working. I'm in there. I'm in there. So, back to the visualization. And then I'm going to let you go. Because I got to finish my walk, baby. Y'all know how I do. Now, if you don't walk with me when I go walking, you better go catch some replays. Because, baby, listen, this is about tapping on. Okay? They want you to look at everything outside of you and be disturbed. Who is they? You know who they is. Your government, your systems that ain't working. You know who I'm talking about. Everybody wants you distracted. Why? Because they want to be on the top alone. Not realizing the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous, honey. Let me tell you about it. They still can't stop you. Woo! On this side or the other, they ain't going to be able to stop you. So, all right. Keep driving. Thank you. Good morning. All right. Don't let anybody take your power from you. And that's your right mind. That's your birthright. Your right mind. Your right mind. Don't let anybody take that from you. Because guess what? When you walk in the door, there's a light that comes with you. There's a sound that comes with you. There's a touch and a feeling that comes with you. There's a level of excitement that comes with you. And there's an impact that even if it's just a fingerprint, they'll know you were there. You don't got to leave a grip, just got to leave a print. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, getting up off this thing. Gonna finish my walk. Whew. Bye, baby.